and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name is Jason and this is a short pain relief hypnosis session. So this is going to be quite a short one because it's just a technique, something that you can do pretty much wherever you are. I do suggest you never watch or listen to any of my hypnosis sessions unless you can safely close your eyes, and never do a technique to take away pain unless you know the cause of that pain. So see a doctor first. This is a technique that I have learnt, and it works. So it's something you can do when you're walking. Again, you can adapt it if you don't walk, but this is a technique, so perhaps if you're not able to walk, or if you're in a wheelchair, maybe skip this video. It might not be ideal, but you could transfer the bottom of your feet for your palms if you're pushing the wheelchair with your hands, the wheels. So basically what this is, it's a connection. It's connecting two things together, which then results in a third thing that in some ways doesn't necessarily have to even be related or connected, but there is a connection because the connection's in your mind, and once the connection's in your mind, then the connection's there. And most connections that we have psychologically are connections in our mind. They're not actually anything to do with reality, really. We connect things emotionally. We connect how we feel towards other people through emotions, through actions, through history, through, things that happen, through relationships. But that connection is done in our mind. It starts as a baby. The imprinting process, we connect with that face we see when we first are born. The same way a little duckling will follow you around, or follow a wolf around if the wolf is the first thing it sees. Of course, I don't imagine that would have a long childhood, because I imagine a wolf would probably eat it. But so there's a connection. So this connection that I'm going to talk about is something that I found a few years ago. I used to have to walk for about 45 minutes to work. It was a long old walk, and I was in some pain at that time. So what I did is I connected my feet with the pain. And the reason why feet are quite a good area to actually have that connection with is because of all the nerve endings that are in your feet. Because your entire body is being stimulated whenever you walk. And that's the whole idea of reflexology, is, and foot massage is, not only are your nerve endings in your feet that go all the way up your body to up your spine, to your brain, but also, according to reflexology, different parts of your body reflect the different parts of your hand, or the different parts of your hand reflects the different parts of your body. For example, that would be the big toe, maybe the brain, and that might be the shoulder as an example, and that might be across the middle of it might be your stomach, and then your neck in the middle. So if your body's continuously in a state of stimulation, what that means firstly is you can't give all your attention to pain. It's impossible to do that, unless of course the pain is in your foot. Then this isn't probably the best thing to do for that. But you can use it on the other foot, which will mean the action of walking. stimulates so much of your brain, both the right hand side and the left hand side, because obviously left hand side of your brain stimulates the right hand side of your body, and when you use the right hand side of your body it stimulates the left hand side of your brain, and vice versa. So the good thing about this is the fact that all the different parts of your brain are being stimulated means that all your attention cannot go on one thing. Not if you're walking, you need to have attention. You may daydream. I know I did. I still do. Sometimes I daydream when I'm making these videos. I'm thinking about eating a cabbage cream egg right now. It's okay, it's in the fridge, I'll have it in a minute. The thing is, that's another distraction. That's another thing I'm thinking of. I can't think of this alone when I'm thinking of that. So in a way, this is the opposite of meditation. In some ways, this is the opposite of hypnosis. Because the idea behind hypnosis can be a fixed attention, focusing, a fixed focus or fixed foci of attention on a specific object. Meditation, quite often, fixing on the breathing or fixing on an idea. So this is kind of the opposite, but yet using the same ideology. So instead of focusing just on that part of your body, which would be a hypnotic technique, which could also help to reduce your pain, this is actually getting more in touch with the other parts, but not just by focusing on the other parts, but by the simple fact that all the other parts of your body are being stimulated every time you walk. There's no other option. That is happening. It's not a choice. Every time you move your right hand, your left side of your brain is stimulated. So for example, if someone had an injury in their left knee, for example, a person can focus on the left knee, or they can move their right hand, which means they can't have all the focus on the left knee. They can move their right hand and talk, or move the right foot, which means the focus, less and less focus is going on to the knee, because that's just the way the mind works. Because you're stimulating all the other parts of your body. So when you're walking, you're literally stimulating all aspects of your body. Your spine, your back, your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, arms, legs. You might be even moving your fingers. And all this stimulates the brain. Not only to heal, but also to even out, because if you're walking you need to have that balance, which means your mind has to take care of that, has to take care of making sure that you're standing up, that everything's okay. It doesn't have time to focus on other things that maybe you used to focus on before. And it's something strange. Sometimes it's like, once you know something, you can't unknow it. Once you know this, what we've discussed, you can't unknow that. Which means you can never go back to the way things were. Which means you have more comfort. You feel more relaxed. And you realise that actually you can feel better about yourself as you focus on your entire body.